Okay, so this is my first guitar. I got it in like 1986, 85 or 86. My dad bought it for me. And back then, we didn't have a lot of money, so you didn't really. I couldn't have like a bunch of guitars, for different, applications. So this was the guitar, and since this was the guitar, I Frankensteined the fuck out of this guitar like so many times. It went through all kinds of different mutations and different. I painted the pick guard and all kinds of things, and at one point it was all black. And my friend would upgrade his pickups, so I would always ask him, "Hey, can I have your old pickups?" And I'd swap them in there, and then I would rewire everything to give me like you turn the tone off and you got 10 more sounds, so or 5 more sounds, so you got like a 10 sound guitar, and then modify this tone now because I never used it, so now you got another 15 altogether sound. So including the neck. This isn't the original neck, but soon after I got it, I added this neck to it, and it's cool. It's all worn, naturally worn, so it feels really good when you play. So this thing served me for about, maybe 10 years. And then I started making money and I started buying guitars, really nice guitars. At some point, I took this guitar apart and put it away, probably for easy storage. I'm not sure why I took it all apart, but I did. And it traveled through, I don't know how many, maybe 5 apartments and this house. And then a few years ago my dad passed away, and I decided, well, he was having difficulties. My plan was, man, when he goes, I'm gonna restore this guy as much as possible to its original configuration, and just make it a cool guitar again and use it and in tribute to him. So I've already started a little bit. As you can see, the neck is going, and I've shielded the body, the cavities. I just need to connect these 2 chambers together, the input and the control chamber. And then I'm going to, well, I found this. This isn't actually the original pick guard, but I might have it in the house. So I might just move all this stuff into that one, or just leave it here like this. But I found this in my closet. I didn't know I had, and it's got some pretty decent pickups. They're Lindy Fralin blues special sets. So I think I'm gonna keep that in there, since I don't have the original pickups anymore. I have them somewhere, but I couldn't figure out which ones are which. And the only thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna probably swap this guy out, this capacitor out, for one of these old Sprague capacitors. And I like these on single coil pickups because they make the tone knob a lot more musical. And it kind of sounds like a cocked wah instead of just a muffled kind of jazzy guitar. So I kind of dig that, and I'll show you what that sounds like in a little bit. So there it is. I already started the neck. Now the neck could use a refret, but I don't know how to do that, so I don't want to mess with that. So I'm just leveling it out as much as possible. And this thing wasn't touched for since 1986. So it had a lot of dings, especially I played a lot here apparently because this thing was wrecked. So I'm trying to take it off as little material as possible, because it really should just be refretted. But for the purposes of this project, I'm just gonna do my best. So I'm pretty happy with it right now. It just needs maybe one more pass of the leveler, because there's a couple of parts that if I put on my magnifiers, I can actually see that there's still an indentation. You can't feel it. I'm sure once I crown it, dress it and crown it, you won't, it'll be fine. But just one more pass just in case. So that's where I'm at right now. I have all the original hardware. I want to use as much of the original hardware as I can. I just need to clean it up a bit. Although the thing about like all these old guitars, when you have a guitar that you like Frankenstein, and you have it for like so many years, there's like this magic that happens once the oils and the rust settle into the hardware, where, you know, it just stays in tune. Like, I used to pick this guitar up on stage by the tremolo arm, and it would just fall back into tune, like just like that. And I got, you know, multi-$1,000 guitars that, you know, you look at them too long and they go out of tune. So I'm not gonna do too much of a cleanup. So that's it. Hopefully this goes smooth, and we'll see how it goes from there. It shouldn't take me too long, but I'm doing this once a week, one day a week for a couple hours just to get it going. This is funny. That's a Bacardi 151 bat. And I don't drink anymore. I haven't drank in maybe like 21 years, but I'm gonna leave that on there. And I'm also a bit of a nerd, and I have a member of the Planetary Society sticker on the back of this thing that I'm gonna probably keep on there just as a nostalgic memory. And that's it, so let's get going.